This is a bottle of sunshine.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Muslim Farmville. Thanks for stopping by. As Anwar and I walked into the prayer room, we noticed all the wooden blocks, the eating sheet, everything is messy today. As a homemaker, first thing I noticed is how messy it is. So today this video is going to be about see the good. Because at the end of the day, the will of God, inshallah, it will get cleaned up, right? I don't know where did everyone ran to before they cleaned it. So as you guys know, our channel, it's about spirituality, sustainable and slow living lifestyle. So right now, my prayer comes first. And instead of focusing on the mess and the extra work I have to do to clean it, it's okay. See the good. Pray, gratitude. So I need to encourage myself to see the good. Clean heart, it's important. I was able to make 2 zucchini bread. The garden is thriving. We have lots of zucchinis, so I made 2 of them, and I need to wrap them. Instead of putting in a plastic bag, let's get a couple of towels, eat towels. Those were our eat towels. So when I use towels, I also bring the ones from the back and making sure they are ready for use, so I don't just grab what I need and let it be messy. Must be being a homemaker, right? I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So I decided this zucchini bread, wrap them, and we are the kind of family, most of the time, the children, I always do my best to have yogurt ready or granola so they can help themselves in the morning, or they can make a smoothie, or maybe fry a couple of eggs for themselves. Lunch is our big meal. So I'm thinking if we don't have leftover lunch in the evening, then the children want to have something to eat. And today it's going to be simple. It's going to be zucchini bread, because we haven't had zucchini bread for a long time. And I never get to use baking powder or baking soda. And a friend stayed with us a couple of weeks and left baking soda and baking powder, and my zucchini bread turned out pretty good. So I am telling myself, Sister Yasmin, see the good of a baking soda and a baking powder. I used to say I don't want to use that stuff, but these 2 breads look amazing. So I'm just going to put one in the cabinet for evening use. The other one, I think I'm just going to put it in the fridge in case people like it and they go, oh, we want more. I thought freeze it, but I'm not going to freeze it now. This afternoon we have a friend coming, and I want to put together some lamb meat from Eid al-Adha. So I have 2 pots because this friend is allergic with tomatoes. And my daughter and I were chatting last night. I said, we're going to make lamb. And she said, but we like our lamb with tomatoes. And this friend can't have it. So anyway, I'm going to use what's from the garden, some peppers, some onions, zucchini, and I have leftovers of tomatoes and some cilantro, everything that's in the fridge. I don't want it to go waste, so I will use that too, inshallah. So let's go ahead and get a cutting board and chop whatever we can. And this lamb is going to be, inshallah, we will add lots of herbs. Since the summer is thriving, I like to feed my family whatever is in the season and whatever I can get hold of from our garden. And some things, if they don't grow, we have farmers market. So I really highly encourage you to check in your area. If you don't have a garden, check farmers market. Farmers in your area, you can feed your family healthily and a cheaper way too, inshallah. Please look into that. Zucchini, you can make zucchini bread, zucchini pasta. Soup, you can add it to it. You could also, when you're making smoothies, you can add zucchini. So there is a lot of ways that you can use zucchini, and it is so good for us. So let's see the good of the zucchini, right? So I chopped all the onions. This is from the fridge. Lots of chives, onions, and cilantro. Use what you have first, and then whatever is from the garden or from the grocery store. Always focus on what you have so you don't waste food. So I decided the 2 different pots. One of them I'm just gonna add it, the big one, lots of tomatoes, and this small pot I'm just gonna go ahead and make it for our friend without the tomatoes. So I always add lots of salt, pepper, loads and loads of peppers. Black pepper has so many delicious taste, but also healthy for us. And this is the beef strips that we make. I collect the grease from it, so I make sure I use that grease too. It's gonna give such a flavor, inshallah. So let's add the tomatoes and all the veggies because I want to make it like a bone broth too. Here's the grease. You all remember the beef strips? There. Some water and mix everything together. But you know what? We need to go out in the porch and get lots of herbs. I am thinking about 2 of them that I have in mind, but let's add some apple cider vinegar. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead with sage. It smells amazing, you guys. That's fresh sage and Thai basil. The last 2 years I'm obsessed. Homegrown Thai basil. Just washed it and just chop it with my hands, and that's it. Mix it up. A little more water. The rest of the water goes back to the garden. Into the oven. Let that bake for over 2 hours, and it was melting. And the whole house is gonna smell so good. Clean my station right away. I like to clean after myself so I don't get overwhelmed, but that's just me, who I am. That's how Allah created me, and Islam is part of clean also. So we have some plant-based milk. This is oat milk that I made few days ago. I'm just gonna pour it into a smaller jar, so this big jar, it's not gonna sit in the fridge. And also I would like to put some rice together for the family. Let's put that together too. They love rice, mashallah.
I'm very excited about the St. John's wort that we made.
Yeah.
Did you know it has to sit for 6 months?
Wow. That's a long time.
Yep. Whatever takes a long time, that's what is.
You can get your best properties out of it that way, huh?
Well said. It smells. It has a sweet smell. Sabrina said it reminds her of a cherry smell.
Huh.
What does it smell to you? Sweet smell.
To me, yeah, kind of like a chamomile smell.
Yeah, that's so true. Chamomile smell. Sweet. There's something sweet there.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Yep.
St. John's wort.
Yep. Check it out, the video that we made already, and it's gonna take this long time.
Yeah, they get you good concentration of.
Do you know what they say? This is a bottle of sunshine.
Yeah.
You are my
I think because it
sunshine.
helps to stimulate serotonin.
You make me
Makes you smile.
Oh, you make me smile. I'll start all over. You are my sunshine.
My
Only sunshine. You make me happy when the sky is yellow. Oh, when the sky is red. This is a bottle of sunshine. Come closer. Please. This
Yeah.
is bottle of sunshine.
Cheers.
It feels cold because not
It is
too
cold. Yeah.
bottle of sunshine. Well, I better get going. I have my lamb going.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put rice together. Yeah.
Color's changing too.
Get into the herbs.
So today I'm using brown rice. My mother was traveling to back home, Nairobi, Kenya, for Eid al-Adha to spend some time with the rest of the family. And when she was leaving, she said, could you use some rice and spices like cumin, coriander? I said, please, yes. So alhamdulillah, that's where the rice came from. And we don't have olive oil now, so that's what my husband is filling. It's avocado oil. So I'm just making a couple of cups of rice, rinsed it and put it together in the Instant Pot. So now it's time for us to unwind and make some tea. My husband wants to have jasmine tea. He's making that. And the last couple of days I have been drinking this. As you can see, it is really bitter Vitex Chase Tree. My husband brought it, so it's good for the hormones and my stage of life right now, alhamdulillah. So it's really like strong, bitter kind of, no honey, no maple syrup. So that's what I'm having. And the rice goes on, and we decided to make side dish of salad, cucumbers, olives, and some tomatoes, because we have been having a lot of lettuce salad. And today we thought, you know what, let's put together some salad without the lettuce and to have it with the lamb meat. So there goes the olives, the cucumbers. My husband likes it to chop it really small and fine. I always think about it, I should get a little machine that you can use it, but we have so many machines that I'm going like, don't fill this house with machines, right? So that's really what it is. The cucumbers, olives, and mix of tomatoes. And we are having our tea while we chat. It's important for us to make some time while we're in the kitchen. When you are a couple and you have a family, sometimes it's hard to get some time, alone time. After tea time, I decided to get some chives. I want to put little sauce together. Since I have all these herbs and dill, I thought, you know what? We will need something to eat with the meat. So let's chop some of the chives and the dill and the smell you all with salt and pepper and garlic salt and onion powder. Put that together with a little bit of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. And I have some yogurt and a little sour cream. Mix that together. And also I have in the fridge, I made some butter the other day, homemade butter. And I have some buttermilk from the butter. And here it is. I'm just going to add it a little bit. Mix all that up and let it sit for a while. It's like, if you want to call it ranch dip or white sauce, whatever you want to call it really, but it smells amazing and it was delicious with the meat. So I'm just gonna clean the dish, as I love to clean my face too, right? Everything should be nice and clean, part of the deen. So our tea is done, but the cups washed, dry, and put them back. And I would like to refill some of the eggs too. This little wooden thing gets dirty all the time. So I thought, you know what? Today, it's the day you need to wipe it. See the good, right? I want to see things, see the good. I'm training myself to see things in the good way, because that way it's healthier for me. If I look at people or things and see the bad all the time, then that's me. When you see the good, then your heart is good. Just like you guys leave me such a beautiful comments, and I always see your heart, mashallah. So I decided today to serve yellow. It's going to be nice and sunshine, right? You are my sunshine. It's just summer and it brightens up. Alhamdulillah, I am craving for bone broth. So that will come out of the meat, inshallah. So it's going to be delicious. So the end of the day now, the room got cleaned up. My husband is outside, and the garden, this is one thing, you have to weed it. You have to make a space for the vegetables to grow. You cannot just put the garden together and leave it and not give it water and not clean it. Us, we'll just clean it, as you can see, and good thing the lambs will eat it, all those weeds and grass. And so we decided to take our food outside, and I'm thinking, you know what, since Eid al-Adha, I have not cleaned outside, so I will go ahead and take this and clean it and get a new tablecloth and get some flowers too, because we have so many flowers, alhamdulillah, which is nice. I don't have to pay. This had lots of water, so I need to go ahead and clean that and put some fresh water too. I love flowers in the summer, but it can add up, so I tell myself, plant lots of flowers and use it for the summer. The winter, if I miss it, then I can just go ahead and get it from the store. There are some even edible flowers that I was able to dehydrate, alhamdulillah. So those will be going to a bath too. In the winter season, I like to do baths with herbs, dry flowers, and Epsom salt and things like that. So inshallah, maybe the winter I'll share that. So there, this goes to the lambs. Since my meat's cooking, my rice is cooking, my husband is gonna go and feed the lambs for extra from the garden, and they love that. Anything we bring, like watermelon, bananas, mango peels, this is one thing I love about the homestead. They follow my husband everywhere, mashallah. Anytime they are in the woods and they hear us, they come closer, alhamdulillah. So this is one thing I love about farming, homesteading, and all of that. And it's that sustainability lifestyle. The animals will eat, and I don't feel guilty if some food is getting a little bit older or something where we have extra. Then my lambs, my dogs, my chickens, my ducks will use it, mashallah, tabarakallah. So I really, really appreciate this lifestyle, and it's not something new. Our prophets, they were all shepherds. They all lived lives like this. So that's one thing I really love, to go back to our ancestors and our old, our grandmother's lifestyle. So I asked my husband if he can cut some flowers for the table while I go ahead and get clean tablecloth. And instead of getting a plastic one, I see a lot of plastic tablecloths, and they are so beautiful, but it's not good for the environment. If I use it for a week, that's it. I can't use it. So that's one thing I try to avoid it. Just to use what I have, tablecloth. We can use it for the floor when we want to eat. So it's sustainability, just recycle, reuse, and all of that. That's one thing I really would like to increase in my our lifestyle, our homestead here. That way, it's not only you save money, but the environment too. So we will do whatever we can, right? So the table is coming together nicely. Let's bring the flowers and put it there. My husband is going to water the passion flower and jasmine plant. The table looks nice and clean. Now when our friend comes, we can just get our plate of foods and sit outside and chat and get some vitamin D. I'll just go ahead and put that in the wash machine and let that wash. There, everything is coming together. hydrate the plants and the flowers and the roses. Alhamdulillah, the garden is getting some fresh water as well. Everything looks nice and fresh. And Angie, the children took her for a walk. She literally went into a swimming bucket. She's like, I'm exhausted. I don't blame on her. So here is the meat all cooked together. The vegetables and the sauce. That's what we are going to have. And the children will have with rice and the meat and veggies. This sauce, y'all, was so good. I think I'm going to make it a lot from now on. You will see it, inshallah. The meat melted with the veggies and the spices. Bone broth will give you good skin. You guys, I say that all the time. And a lot of you ask me, what do you do for your skin? I clean my inside with bone broth. Good nails, good skin, everything gets really beautiful. So if you cook in meat, chicken, even vegetable broth, make sure you drink some. So there goes lunch. Bismillah. So the end of the evening, since a friend was hanging out with us, we decided to go and just pick more raspberries. I told my husband this morning when I woke up, I said, my heart does not allow me to rest until I pick more raspberries. I don't want these raspberries to go waste. We told the neighbors, we told the community, get some. So we decided to just hang out, chat, pick up more berries, collected, because my goal is the time of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. If you study that story, his life, the grains and saving it for the future. This is what we have for our family. So I want to go ahead and collect as many as raspberries as I have been freezing it, canning it. So alhamdulillah, we're just hanging out here, collecting it more and more. Everybody's got baskets and dishes and putting it together. And before Maghrib comes, that's what we want to do. I always make sure I bring some towels with me so my baskets don't get stained. Let's mix all that together because I'm thinking I still have couple dishes sitting in the fridge of raspberries and I don't want those to go waste also. So I might mix this fresh one, some of it, and some of the raspberries from a few days ago, and go ahead and make some more jam. The more I save it, the more I don't have to worry about winter feeding my family. And these are fresh and organic. And I have seen you guys share your beautiful stories with me. The one that touched my heart was someone said, my teenager life, I used to go and pick up berries and raspberries and blackberries and eat it. That is a beautiful way of living, mashallah. So we just came in and I will go ahead and cook these berries, and these are leftovers. We have been having it with desserts and everything. So I'm thinking, time to cook them too. I have a goal, inshallah, the will of God, saving as much money as I can. I have a goal, and inshallah when I reach that I'll share it with you. So there goes the zucchini bread. It's all eaten up, alhamdulillah. So the raspberry jam, all I do is cook it down and sweeten it with some honey. That's what I have right now. And the fruit pectin to thicken it. That is it, you all. That's all I do with it. So I'm just gonna let the raspberry cook down and melt it down. I don't use sugar. If you prefer sugar, you can. So I have about a little bit of the fruit pectin and my glass mason jars. I'm gonna boil those. That's really it. So let that cook. Now it's time to add it, the fruit pectin, some of the honey, mix it up, and I use the hand blender, and then the glass dishes are ready. Mason jars, that's what I like to use. Put them in and wipe it and cover it and let it sit. And I love when the jars seal naturally, they close naturally, and you hear this little pop noise. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give the videos thumbs up. Inshallah, more videos to come. Let me know what you guys are canning. Everything that I'll be canning, fermenting, I definitely plan to share. Sauerkrauts and beets, all of that should come. Pickling, whatever from the garden, we will use it and share it with you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day, and comment down your sweet comments. As you guys love seeing my videos, I love seeing your comments. And when I comment, somebody said recently, I thought I was the only dearest. You are all dear to me. You're all special to me, alhamdulillah. So everything is coming together the end of the day. So I tell myself again, see the good. Let us see the good. Allah help us see the good and give us a good heart. And when we look at something, we say, MashaAllah. And I pray that we continue seeing the good, inshallah. So everything came together as we continue to collect and save for winter season, inshallah. Again, I say, have a beautiful, blessed day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Say, MashaAllah, my dearest. More herbs drying too.